Why does starting something new feel like pushing a boulder uphill? Your brain loves routine. It's wired to keep you safe, cozy, and stuck in the familiar. But what if you could train it to embrace change and unlock new possibilities? Today, we're diving into the psychology of why your brain hates change and how to rewire it. This is about breaking free from stagnation and thriving in a world that demands adaptability. Let's start with why your brain resists change. It's all about survival. Neuroscientists explain that the brain's prefrontal cortex, which handles planning, craves predictability. Change disrupts this, triggering the amygdala, the brain's alarm system, to signal danger. This is called the status quo bias, where your brain prefers what's known, even if it's not ideal. A 2017 study in Nature Neuroscience found that uncertainty activates stress responses, making change feel threatening. Think about why you stick to the same job or habits even when they drain you. Your brain isn't lazy. It's trying to conserve energy and avoid risk. But this instinct, while protective, can trap you in a comfort zone that stifles growth. Now, let's move to the second point. How comfort-seeking instincts reinforce resistance. Your brain loves dopamine hits from familiar routines, like scrolling social media or eating the same breakfast. These habits form neural pathways, like well-worn roads, making them easy to follow. Change requires building new pathways, which feels effortful and unrewarding at first. Psychologist B.F. Skinner's work on operant conditioning shows we repeat what's rewarded. A 2019 study in Psychological Review found that breaking habits requires overriding these reward loops, which taxes mental energy. This is why starting a new workout plan or job search feels daunting. Your brain is fighting to stay on autopilot. When you see others sticking to their routines, you feel pressure to conform. On social media, curated lives look stable, making your urge to change seem risky or foolish. A 2020 study in computers and human behavior showed that social comparison increases self-doubt during transitions. This comparison trap fuels hesitation, keeping you stuck in old patterns. Let's see this in action with a real-world example. Meet Sarah, a 33-year-old office manager who wants to switch careers to teaching. She's passionate about education, but can't bring herself to enroll in a certification program. Her brain's status quo bias kicks in, whispering, "Your job is fine. Don't rock the boat." Every time she considers applying, her amygdala triggers anxiety about failing or losing stability. Sarah also scrolls LinkedIn, seeing colleagues thriving in their roles, which makes her feel behind. Her social comparison reinforces the idea that staying put is safer than changing. Plus, her daily routine, coffee, emails, Netflix, gives small dopamine hits, making change feel unnecessary. Now consider Mike, a 29-year-old graphic designer who resists moving to a new city. He's been offered a dream job, but the idea of leaving friends and familiar places paralyzes him. His brain craves the comfort of his local cafe and gym routine. When he sees Instagram posts of friends enjoying their usual hangouts, social comparison makes moving feel like a betrayal. Mike's neural pathways are wired for his current life, and change feels like a threat to his identity. Both Sarah and Mike show how the brain's instincts keep us tethered to the familiar. So, how do you train your brain to embrace change? First, start with small, low-stakes changes to build adaptability. Try a new route to work or a different hobby for a week. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that incremental changes reduce amygdala activation, making bigger shifts easier. Second, reframe change as an opportunity, not a threat. Cognitive behavioral techniques suggest visualizing positive outcomes, like how a new job could energize you. A 2018 study in Emotion showed that positive reframing lowers stress during transitions. Third, disrupt comfort-seeking habits with if-then planning. For example, if I feel stuck, then I'll spend 5 minutes researching one option. A 2019 study in behavior research and therapy found that this strategy boosts follow-through. Finally, limit social comparison by curating your influences. Follow people who embrace change, entrepreneurs, travelers, learners, and let their stories inspire you. Training your brain takes patience, but every step rewires those neural pathways. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Pick one small change today, like signing up for a class or exploring a new place. Notice how your brain resists, then push through with curiosity. Change isn't the enemy. It's the doorway to growth. Your brain can learn to love it, one brave step at a time. Start now and watch adaptability become your superpower. Let's dive deeper with another example to show how the brain's resistance to change plays out and how to overcome it. Meet Aisha, a 27-year-old retail worker who dreams of launching a small baking business. She's passionate about pastries but hesitates to take the leap, fearing it won't succeed. Her brain's status quo bias keeps her in her predictable job, where paychecks are certain. Each time she considers a business plan, her amygdala sparks anxiety about financial risks. Aisha also follows baking influencers on Instagram, whose polished posts make her feel unprepared. Her daily routine, work, TV, sleep, delivers just enough comfort to dull the urge to change. Those dopamine hits from familiarity keep her neural pathways locked in place. Now, let's look at Kevin, a 40-year-old IT technician who resists adopting new tech skills. His industry is shifting toward AI tools, but Kevin sticks to outdated methods he knows well. His prefrontal cortex craves the predictability of his current workflow, and learning new systems feels overwhelming. He sees younger colleagues mastering AI on LinkedIn, which triggers social comparison and a sense of being left behind. His comfort-seeking instincts, sticking to familiar software, block growth, leaving him stagnant. Both Aisha and Kevin show how the brain fights change to stay safe, but you can outsmart it. Start by creating change rituals to ease your brain into new patterns. For Aisha, this could mean baking one new recipe weekly. For Kevin, spending 10 minutes daily on an AI tutorial. A 2020 study in neuroimage found that consistent small actions weaken resistance in the amygdala. Next, boost motivation with implementation intentions. Tell yourself, if I feel scared to start, then I'll take one tiny step, like writing an idea. A 2019 study in motivation and emotion showed this tactic increases action by 60%. Also, seek out role models who've embraced change, like a friend who switched careers. Their stories counter social comparison and show change is possible. Finally, celebrate micro wins to rewire dopamine rewards. Did you try something new? Write it down and savor the progress. A 2018 study in Journal of Personality found that tracking wins builds momentum. Your brain isn't your enemy, it's just cautious. Every small change you make teaches it to trust the unknown. Pick one action today. Sign up for a course, try a new skill, or talk to someone who's changed. Feel the resistance, then act anyway. That's how you train your brain to crave growth over comfort. You're not stuck. You're just one step from moving forward.